Hello, my love. Welcome back to Vitality Power Pilates. My name is Hope, and this is your final workout for week 1 of our 6-week Dance Floor Fit program. I'm so incredibly proud of you for finishing our week off strong, building those healthy habits, and moving together. We are going to be doing a 20-minute flow, so you need zero equipment, find your soft surface, and let's get started. I'd like you to take a step to the back of your mat. I'd like you to float those hands all the way up, out from the side of your body, up towards the top of your ceiling, keeping those palms together, and lower them down. Palms are facing up, gently all the way down to your body. Pinkies touching the thighs, lifting all the way up, lifting through those palms, bringing those hands together up at the top, and floating them down by our side body, keeping that arm super strong. As we lift for the final time, take it back down, tapping the pinkies down onto our body. Beautiful. From here, taking those arms out to either side of our body. Our gaze is going to reach over, looking over our left thumb, lowering those arms, keeping that neck where it's at, and lower and lift. Beautiful. Finding that rhythm. Keeping your gaze for 2 and 1. Keeping those arms up, bringing back towards center. I want you to take your gaze above your right thumb. Drop those arms down, lift them up, keeping that gaze forward. Good. Lift. 2 more. Drop it down. Last one. Lift them up, gaze comes back to center, taking those hands behind the body, bringing those hands together, lifting up through that chest. Hands can lift up together as they send the chest out. Good, bring that chest back home, shoulders back to center, untucking those hands and walking to either side of your mat. So you're in your athletic stance as we bend down through those knees. Hands can come to center, and squeeze and lift. Lower down into our squat, squeeze and lift. Good. As we bring those arms back, I want you to think about squeezing through the tricep. Lift and take it down. 2 more. Last one. Take it down low. Walk those hands in between the legs and gently lower that booty all the way down to the mat. Elbows are now tucked in towards our knees. And I just want you to send those elbows into the knee, out a little bit further to open up those hips. Good, bringing those hands back down into the mat, untucking those elbows, lifting through that booty just a little bit, and then slowly standing all the way up, keeping both feet onto the mat, and walking yourself out, meeting me in a high plank position. From here, those feet are out to either corner of the mat. We're just gonna walk those feet in and gently lower them down onto our mat. From here, our feet are still curled in towards our ground. I want you to press back onto your body, pressing those toes into the ground, stretching out your feet. If you've had a long day, your feet definitely need a good stretch. If you've been wearing shoes all day, something not that comfortable, so this will feel really, really nice. Get those dancing feet ready. Lift your body back up, untuck those toes when you feel ready, and walk those knees into your tabletop position. In tabletop, I want your hands to be under your shoulders, and I'd like your knees to be under your hips. From here, we're just gonna rock our body weight back and squeeze and lift it forward, lifting that pelvic floor as you bring your body back up to your tabletop and letting it drop as you lower the booty down. So scooping your abs back towards your spine. We'll get this in motion. Also thinking like you really have to go to the bathroom and you're holding it in. The line at the girls' room is always long. You've had one too many tall boys at a concert, and you squeeze and lower it down. Lift it up one more time and lower it back down. This time I want you to lower those forearms all the way down into the mat, dropping your head and just connecting with your breath for a second. I'd like you to inhale through your nose and exhale out of your mouth at your own pace. One more time, inhale. And big exhale. Good, this time we inhale, we lift ourselves up. We send our right leg back on the exhale, holding it back here. Pointing through those toes and bring it home. Keeping that control through the body as you send that leg back and home. Squeeze it at the top one more time. Bring it home, good job. This time that leg is gonna lift out to the side and bring it back. Lift it out, squeeze and hold that knee up. One more time, squeeze and hold and bring it back down, good work. From here, we're gonna extend that leg out one last time, same side. I want you to lower down into your push-up, finding those elbows tucking in towards your chest, nose almost to the mat, and press it up. Good, one more just like that, just to practice. We lower ourselves down, face down towards our mat and press up through the elbows. Good, coming back into our tabletop, sending out that other leg, squeezing it straight out behind us and bring it home. Send it back. Bring it home, knees are parallel. One more time, scoop and lift. Bring it home. This time that leg is gonna come out to the side. Open up your fire hydrant, open up through that knee, squeeze and hold at the top, and bring it back down. This time we send that leg out, straight back behind us. We go into our push-ups, lowering our face to the mat, and lifting up through those elbows. One more just like that. Press it down and press it up. Good work, bringing those legs together. We're gonna get comfortable in our bear hover. You will see this a lot in the next 6 weeks, so I want you to really get the foundations set today. We're gonna stay in our tabletop, but we're gonna tuck our toes into the mat, bracing through those shoulders, making sure our spine is straight. It's not gapping or arching. We're in that straight tabletop position. Our gaze is between those hands. We're gonna lift up through the body, lifting through the knees, finding your space between your body and your mat. Here, the hands are the only thing down onto the ground along with the toes. Good, lower it down. Letting those abs have a second to breathe. And lift it back up for me. Good, you're doing this for yourself. We lower it down, but we are doing it together, which makes it so much better. Last time, we're gonna lift it up. Good work, holding it here for 3, for 2, for 1. Dropping those knees down to the mat, untucking those toes, walking those hands back towards our body and coming into a high kneeling position. You can stay in your direction. I'm gonna face you so you can see how we're gonna work those arms. So the next 6 weeks, we are going to tackle those itty bitty muscles in those arms. So let's start off strong by taking our hands out to either side of the body, finding our length. Our thumbs are up towards our ceiling or the sky. I just want you to pulse yourselves. Little bitty pulse right here. Now, I want you to close those eyes and I want you to envision you're trying to lift something super heavy just with those thumbs. So you need all of your power from your shoulders out to your fingers to lift it up. You're creating that own resistance in your body for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring those elbows in, fingertips out towards the front and the back of your mat. From here, chest is lifted. We're gonna send those hands out and gently pull those elbows back in towards our side body. Out and good. Now here I want you to start to really think about connecting that breath to your movement. So we exhale and inhale. Good. Finding your rhythm, squeezing that arm back in towards your body, rounding out through those shoulders. You're gonna hear me say that a lot in these next 6 weeks. Last 4. Last 3. Taking it slow with that control. Last 1, bring them in. From here, hands are gonna come in front of that body. We're gonna send them up all the way above our heads, and we're gonna pulse those palms together like we've got a little ball in between those hands and we're trying to crush it. Good, long, straight arm. You're here for 10. 9, just getting used to this movement. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keeping that arm long, I want you to lower it in front of that body and pulse those thumbs up for me one last time. Give me 10. Straight arm means power. If I were there with you and I came to knock your arm down, I wouldn't be able to. Build that muscle with your body for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower yourself down all the way, rolling those shoulders back. Last little bit, we're gonna send those arms out. I want you to cross them on top of one another as you bring them in towards your center line of your body. So one on top, the other one on top. Good. Breathe with me, move with me. Send it out and in. Out and in. Yes, you can. You're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in and out and down. Good work. Everything we're doing today is building that foundation for the next 6 weeks. So this is just the beginning. You're getting so strong. I want you to come down onto your left side. We're gonna send those legs out long, stacking those hips on top of one another. We're gonna work on that side plank. I know it sounds challenging. I know it is challenging, but I know you can do it. So 2 options you have here. You can either stack your feet on top of one another like this and lift like that, or if you have sensitive ankles like myself, you can take your feet apart and work from there. So pick whatever you wanna do and lift up through that side body with me. Top arm can either come up or you can find it on your hip. Right now, we're just gonna hold it for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower yourself down, bring those legs in 90-degree bend. I want you to lift those feet off of the mat, and we're gonna lift that top leg open, opening up through those knees for 10. 9, full body work today. 8, 7. If the feet off of the mat is too much, you can always drop them down. This is 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it out right here. Try to extend that top leg. Good. Bring it back home. Drop both legs and drop those feet to the mat. We take it to the other side. So pressing up and flipping over to your right forearm. We have the same thing, that quick plank, and then working on our clam opener. So that hand can either come up or take it to your hips, where you lift through that mid body, send it up tall right here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower that body down, keeping your forearm as your foundation, bending through those knees, lifting through those feet, and opening up through the knees. Good, give me 10. 9, keeping those hips stacked on top of one another. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep it open. Extend that top leg. Bring it back down, dropping the leg and then dropping the feet. Amazing work. From here, we're gonna flip over onto our booties. I want you to glue those feet into the mat. They're not going anywhere. From here, I want you to lower yourself down into your C curve. You're gonna hear that a lot too in the next couple weeks. I want you to lift your feet up to your reverse tabletop, and all we're gonna do is hold it, finding that control in our lower abs. Gaze is right over those feet. Holding it here. Give me your best 10 seconds. Knees can be together, hands can go back behind the thigh if you'd like a little bit more support. Beautiful, just breathing. You're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping those feet, gluing them back into the mat and sitting up tall. From here, extending those legs out, placing our hands behind our body and lifting through the chest, finding some space. Good, letting that head drop all the way back. And coming back up with grace. Good work. From here, we're gonna work on those hip flexors. So I want you to flex both feet. I want you to lift up your right leg off of the mat and gently bring it back down. Left leg lifts and lowers. Good, feeling that thigh work over time right here. Lift it up and gently bring it back down. Squeeze and lift. A very tricky muscle to get the hang of, but once you build that strength, you will feel so good in the other movements. Keeping that foot flexed to lift. Sticking here with me for 4, 3, gentle movement. Last 2. Last 1. Lower both feet down, pointing through those toes, lifting those hands off of the mat and above the head, and reaching forward, trying to grab those ankles. Feeling that hamstring, your spine, your shoulders, everything stretch out right here. And then walk your feet, your hands back up. Good. Meeting me on your mat, standing up tall. We're gonna finish with a little bit of lunge work. So it's nothing super crazy today. If lunges aren't your thing, I promise they will be by the end of this. We're gonna take it slow as we step back with our right foot. Bending through both knees, we're just gonna hold it. Getting used to that control and our balance right here. Sending those arms out to either side. Holding ourselves. And then gently standing, holding ourselves here. Good, lowering it down, keeping that control. Last time, you're here for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, pressing down through that front foot, feeling that engage in your glutes. 3, 2, and 1. Drop the arms, stand up tall, bringing those feet together, taking it to the other side. Our left leg shoots back, finding our bend right here, holding it. Sending those arms out when you feel ready for that balance. Holding it here. Breathing into your body as we stand up. Hold it here, find that balance. Good, that front leg might feel a bit shaky, that's okay. We're gonna get stronger and work on it. Lower back down, arms shoot out to either side of the body, holding strong. Final 10 for the day. 8. Ooh, feeling this all throughout our body for 5, 4, 3, 2, 2, and 1. Drop the arms, stand up tall. Bring both feet together, facing the long way on your mat. I want you to send those arms out as far as you can, bending that body through the center of our feet, taking the hands back behind our body and feeling everything loosen up. Maybe you rock those hips from side to side. Bring those hips back to neutral, gently stand up, tucking your chin to your chest, 1 vertebrae at a time, rolling those shoulders back. Give me a hands to heart center because you just finished week 1. I'm so proud of you, and I will see you for week 2. Thank you so much for choosing to move with me. You killed it. Bye.